Give you a quick rundown. Well, of course, it's going to be a real quick rundown. There's only a couple things on the schedule left. Tom's been after me for a week or so to get it to him. But, of course, we got Tim Graves and the Farmhands tonight. Next Saturday, we got the Price Sisters will be back with us. So put that on your calendar. Come and join us. I always enjoy having those girls here with us. To me, they got one of those old-timey harmonies that you just can't find too many places, and I really enjoy having them here.
And they're from Southeast Ohio.
They are from Ohio. They live in Kentucky now, but they are from around Lebanon, I believe. Anyhow, on Sunday, that following Sunday, August 27th, Tammy will have a birthday, and of course, we'll be doing a fundraiser for the Tony Lander Memorial Fund. His granddaughter has organized that. We'll have at least 3 bands here. We'll have the house band, 7 Mile Bluegrass Band will be here with us, and One Piece. They'll be here. Now, the music will start at 1 o'clock, and we'll go till people get tired of playing, I guess, and listening. So, get a chance to come out and join the fun. I know there'll be several other folks coming in wanting to get up and play and sing. So, it'll be a great time fellowship, and it's all for a good cause. I'm not quite sure where all his granddaughter is donating the money to, but it's some cancer organizations. That's all I know for sure right now. But thank you for being here and being with us. As I say all the time, we couldn't have music here in the little town of Mount Sterling without our fine sponsors. Starting off with D&M Woodworking right here in the town of Mount Sterling. R.C. Rivers Farms, LP, Mr. Brent Rivers. Nice big pretty farm over around Deer Creek State Park. Tom Carter, along with David Breckenridge and Paul and Sue Davis, and my old buddy Charlie Kane, longtime sponsors. Neil Coleman Insurance, over around Chillicothe and Parksburg area. I thank Neil for being a sponsor now. It's pretty much since we got this all started. I thank Neil for all he does. MCR Medical, over in the west side of Columbus. I thank Charlie Morrison for all he does. CB Signs and MBTs does all of our fine t-shirts, hats, anything you see on the walls, they have taken care of for us. They're located over by Home Depot. I know several of you have went over there and just ordered stuff yourself, and that's fine with me. They do a great job, and I like to support them as much as I can too. Hague's Auctioneer Service, Mr. Rick Hagues. Shady Acres Farms and Hauling, Mr. Ed Sheets and his wife Linda. Wilcox and Sons, Landscaping and Snow Removal in the Hilliard, Columbus area. I thank them for all they do. Here in the little town of Mount Sterling, we have the Walker family. They have the local NAPA, and just outside of town on Route 56, they have the Walker Family Tire. And I thank them for all they do to contribute to the music here in town. Gouge Quality Roofing, over around Amanda. Caleb Gouge, been sponsored now for several years. Novotny Plumbing, Mr. Steve Novotny. I haven't seen him for a good while. I know he's been working a lot in around Cincinnati area, so I don't think he gets home but for a few minutes when he's not taking care of business over there. But we miss seeing him. Divine Angles, over for you ladies who like to go and get your hair done. They're in Grove City. Be sure to stop in and see them. In the little town of Derby, many of you come up through Route 62. We have Bubba's Corner, been one of our sponsors since day one. I thank them for all they do. Of course, the local Dodge man here in town, Mr. Gus Whiteside with Whiteside Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. I thank him for all he does. Tomorrow, I know a couple of us are going over. They're doing I think it's a fundraiser. Actually, I got a little flyer back here. Russell Moore and Third Time Out will be in Columbus tomorrow. I think doors open at noon. So any of you like to go out there and see Russell again, I'm sure they'd like to see you. Pardon me? It's Westerville Road. If the address is on that sheet, I'm not for sure the exact location. But if you go back to the kitchen, you'll see it hanging up there. So if you'd like to go, make plans to be with us. Anything else, Mr. Brady, I'm leaving out?
To my knowledge.
Okay.
Of course, that's limited.
Limited.
Yes, my knowledge is limited.
Lemonade? Say lemonade.
For those of you that have been coming for quite a little while, I was talking to Alicia here a little bit ago. Keep Diana in your prayers. She's going through a lot. Diana always kept out in the kitchen, especially with all the the big bands coming in town, because she knew them all for many years and going to all the festivals, but she needs some prayer. She's going through some difficult things. So keep her in your prayers, and hopefully we'll see her here back with us here real soon. Anything else, Mr. Brady? Keep forgetting, thinking I'm leaving something out. But anyhow, we'll have a new schedule out for you, hopefully next week, seeing how I finally got together with Tom to make that happen. So we got a lot of good music coming your way. So with that, we'll have a word of prayer, and we'll get started with some music. Heavenly Father, we thank you, God, for this place you give us to gather, Lord. We just ask the blessing upon the evening. Lord, we ask for those that are en route that you would watch over them, keep them safe, and give us all safe passage home. And Father, all these things we ask in your precious name. Amen. All right, Mr. Brady. Oh, almost forgot. Any birthdays? Birthdays, anniversaries? Now, does he have an anniversary and you don't? Or well, his birthday's tomorrow.
Oh, I don't
Larry.
count. Don't count.
Larry.
Well, that's pretty sudden.
49 tomorrow, Larry? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Larry.
Hey,
I'm sorry, I started.
I bumped your tattoo. Did any of it rub off on me?
Got a little bit of ink on you? Yeah,
We have a big one right here.
a big one.
Yeah. Our birthday.
Clarence,
Yeah.
when's his birthday?
Tuesday.
Well, I just asked and nobody said. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you, Clarence. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Clarence. I saw the library. So aimless like pills in when I go with my dear Savior in. Then Jesus came like a stranger in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. Well, no more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. And then like a blind man, I wander along. When I worry and fears, I think for my own. praise the Lord, I saw the light. When I praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Did you just write that verse?
I did the second one twice. I thought I'd throw the third one in.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I get thinking about too many things.
I'm an old man, don't play with my brain.
I know I have Brady too. Now, darling, I have come to tell you, though it almost breaks my heart, but before the morning dawn, we'll be many miles apart. Though this road is rough and rocky, don't that sea look white and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms sweet? Now can't you hear the night bird cry far across the deep blue sea? While above you are thinking, won't you somehow think of me? Don't this road is rough and rocky, don't that sea look white and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms sweet? Now one more kiss before I leave, one more kiss before we part. You have come in lots of trouble, darling, you have broke my heart. Down this road of rough and rocky, don't that sea look white and deep? Don't my baby look the sweetest when she's in my arms sweet? When she's in my arms sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Randy, old buddy. Lonesome feeling.
Randy's going through the lonesome feeling. I'm gonna move this.
I gotta do something I know. Don't know too many. It's a lonesome feeling when you're traveling down a lonesome road, down a lonesome road. Nobody cares a thing about you. It's a heavy load, it's a heavy load. I fell in love in Cincinnati, where love was true, and she told me so. I gave her rings and all my money. Where she ran off to, I'll never know. It's a lonesome feeling when you're traveling down a lonesome road, down a lonesome road. Nobody cares a thing about you. It's a heavy load, it's a heavy load. road, it's a heavy load.
I asked my love today to walk, and only walk a little way. And as we walk and maybe talk all about our wedding day, and only say that you'll be mine, and in our home we'll have it be. Down the side where the water flows, down on the banks of the Ohio. And then I took her lily white hand and drug her down to the bank of sand. There I pushed her in the ground. I watched her as she floated down. Only say that you'll be mine, and in our home we'll have it be. Down the side where the water flows, down on the bank of the Ohio. Started walking home between 12 and 1. And I thought, my God, what have I done? I murdered that little girl, you see, because she would not marry me. The very next morning, about 4:30, the sheriff's men knocked upon my door. They said, young man, come down, go down to the banks of Ohio. Only say that you'll be mine, and in our home we'll have it be. Down the side where the water flows, down on the banks of the Ohio. Down on the banks of the Ohio. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Brother Ed, ready to get on?
What we doing?
Are you missing me?
Are you missing me?
The day that I kissed you and told you goodbye, your lips promised that you
say goodbye, Mr. Brady?
Well, I can't tell you all that.
Tell me why you said goodbye. Did you mean to make me cry? Guess until the day I die, that I will still be wondering why your letter came this very day. It wiped all my dreams away. I read it all 1,000 times. Left me with the word goodbye. Tell me why you said goodbye. Did you mean to make me cry? I guess until the day I die, that I will still be wondering why. Read the thought that we are through, that you found somebody new. I love you now and always will. I'd rather die than say farewell. And I wondered why you said goodbye. Did you really make me cry? I guess until the day I die, that I will stay. Hope and pray before my time you'll come back to say you're mine. Bring back the love you took away and mend the heart you broke today. Wondered why you said goodbye. Did you mean to make me cry? I guess until the day I die, that I will still be wondering why. Thank you, David. Come on up here, David. What would you like to do with folks?
Yeah, man. It's good to be here tonight. Me and Abigail went to Lancaster Tractor Show today. If y'all never been to that, it's a great little festival. But we got out of the car and we saw horses. And you forget the tractors after that because all we walked around, she wanted to see a horse. And I thought it was very ironic because the tractor replaced the horse, you know. And so now I'm living with, hey, Daddy, I want a pony, you know. And then what's more ironic, you know, actually, I went to college for horses. So when she gets older, you know I'm going to hear about it.
Hey, just remember, she didn't ask for a unicorn.
She'll probably be dressing it up as one. Yeah.
Where are we going, David?
Let's hold G, and since Gary's here tonight, I know he likes this song. I remember standing by my daddy's bedside as the tears filled up the wrinkles in his eyes. And as I held his withered hand, he softly whispered, "Son, I'm going to live in a better place. And I'll have eyes that will never fill with teardrops. I'll have legs that will never ache with pain. And I'll have hands that will never age and wither. And a heart that will never break again." I have often read and heard about that city, where with Jesus we shall live forevermore. There's a mansion in construction for my dwelling, and the streets of gold will run through my front door. And I'll have eyes that will never fill with teardrops. I'll have legs that will never ache with pain. And I'll have hands that will never age and wither. And a heart that will never break again. And a heart that will never break again.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you.
There he is. Jerry's back. Jerry's back.
Break time already?
It's always break. Union break.
Oh, yeah, it's getting ready to call. We was having a water break.
Union break.
Union break.
Yeah.
Molly Rose, Mr. Brady. When Molly Rose came to town, felt the corner miles around to see her dance and smile. Her long red hair and blue green eye cast a spell and hypnotized all the boys for a while. Now Molly Rose, I love you, girl, you're the prettiest thing in the world. I long to hold you close to me, but by tomorrow you'll be gone. I'll still be here all alone, dreaming of you, my Molly Rose. And she makes her showing on the stage, making all the young men gaze and hope for her smile. And from the scene I can see Molly Rose, she cares for me on the floor tonight. Now Molly Rose, I love you, girl, you're the prettiest thing in the world. I long to hold you close to me, but by tomorrow you'll be gone. I'll still be here all alone, dreaming of you, my Molly Rose. Molly Rose, I love you, girl, you're the prettiest thing in the world. I long to hold you close to me, but by tomorrow you'll be gone. I'll still be here all alone, dreaming of you, my Molly Rose. I'll be dreaming of you, my Molly Rose. Thank you, Randy.
Union break.
Yeah. I want to do a Kentucky song for Harold out there.
Kentucky song for Harold.
Did I get the name right? I'm
What key
not a
we-
bad man.
What key we doing this song in?
E.
E.
You know, he's from down around where I'm from. Louisa, Kentucky. Remember?
That's where, yeah, we got a lot of family from down there, huh, cousin?
I think Brady's people's from down in there. It's called Dear Kentucky. through the white oak. I'm going back to live that way again. I'm leaving tonight for dear Kentucky, where the wild roses bloom this time of year. I can feel the April sun shining on me as I walk the fertile ground I love so dear. I long to see sweet Angelia. I wonder if she still remembers me. It's been many years since I've seen her. In my heart there's a place she'll always be. I'm leaving tonight for dear Kentucky, where the wild roses bloom this time of year. I can feel the summer sun shining on me as I walk the fertile ground I love so dear. I'm leaving tonight for dear Kentucky.
What? Where you going?
TG.
G. Kenny's going to G. Kenny G.
Kenny G, huh?
Dipped on in the room. Know you got to have your rest. She said, come lay beside me. I've been waiting since you left. She's so sweet to me. Must be the luckiest man alive. Have I told you lately, you're the joy of my life? First time that I saw you, oh, you took my breath away. May not get to heaven, but I walk with an angel that take me by the hand, must be the luckiest man alive. Have I told you lately, you're the joy of my life? Some folks have the riches, some folks have their worldly things. As long as I have you, I'll treasure each and every day. So take me by the hand, I am the luckiest man alive. Have I told you lately, you're the joy of my life? Have I told you lately, you're the joy of my life? a song list or what?
Reaching back to my song list. So, I'm not here to preach, but our church, another church merged with them, so I'm leading music over there, and I'm hand jamming the songs down on paper because I don't have a printer, so like I'm writing everything out. So I do have to write songs out for that because I can't remember all these lyrics. And
What we doing, David?
let's do what's that?
Sounds good.
I want to do Get Down Boys.
Dude.
Where are you doing it in?
Hey.
Okay. Time out, gals, till
As soon as Kenny gets ring gear. Are we ready?
close enough.
Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girl you love. Treat her right and never wrong, tell me how mountain girls can love. Riding the night in the cold half wind on the trail of the old lonesome pine. Feeling so blue, thinking of you, wondering why you left me behind. Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girl you love. Treat her right and never wrong, tell me how mountain girls can love. Remember the night we strolled down the lane, our hearts were gay and happy then. You whispered to me as I held you close, hope that night will never end. Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girl you love. Treat her right and never wrong, tell me how mountain girls can love. Get down, boys, go back home, back to the girl you love. Treat her right and never wrong, tell me how mountain girls can love. How mountain girls can love.
Huh? Get her looking. Everybody's tuning.
Everybody's tuned.
Well, it's tuning. We're good. What we done?
I don't know.
Don't know? What's on your mind?
Couple different things.
Couple things?
Off somewhere the music's playing songs of love, and another holds the one that I love so. I was blind, I could not see, but she meant the world to me, like a fool I stood and watched her go. And now I'm crying my heart out over you. Those blue eyes, now they smile at someone new. Ever since you went away, I know more each day. And now I'm crying my heart out over you. Each night I climb the stairs up to my room. seem to hear you whisper in the blue. Miss your picture on the wall and your footsteps in the hall. And now I'm crying my heart out over you. Now I'm crying my heart out over you. Oh, blue eyes now they smile at someone new. Ever since you went away, I live more each day. Now I'm crying my heart out over you. Now ever since you went away, I live more each day. Now I'm crying my heart out over you. Thank you, thank you. Randy, how about a little North Carolina over in Key of A? What do you think?
No, Carolina?
I like that, North Carolina.
Yeah. Old Carolina.
Can't remember what it is. That one.
In old Carolina, where I was born, and that's where I long to be. But I'm stranded here in Ohio, cold and hungry, with nothing to eat. I miss my mama and my papa and my faithful old town. I miss my Julie, sweet tender lovin' in that little Carolina town. I was foolish to go and leave her, but I had Roman on my mind. If I ever get out of the city in old Carolina, I'll be bound. I left my Julie, she was crying, tears like rain were falling down. I miss my Julie, sweet tender lovin' in that little Carolina town. I was foolish to go and leave her, but I had Roman on my mind. If I ever get out of the city in old Carolina, I'll be bound. I was foolish to go and leave her, but I had Roman on my mind. If I ever get out of the city in old Carolina, I'll be bound.
David, come on up here, David.
Thank you, Jerry.
You know, it's
For you. Now I've heard you do it for others too.
it's kind of great to have Tim Graves here. I know he doesn't remember who I am, but I've only competed in one competition musically in my life, and he was the judge of it. I didn't dare tell him who I was, but I finished 4th out of 6 that night.
Say 4,006.
4th out of 1,006.
Yeah, that sounded better. I like that. All right,
What we doing, David?
let's do some crime hole.
Ryan Holden.
All right.
crowds out, no hiding place. Oh, crying holy unto the Lord, crying holy unto the Lord. If I could, I surely would sit on that rock where Moses stood. Lord, I ain't no stranger now. Lord, I ain't no stranger now. I've been introduced to the Father and the Son. Lord, I ain't no stranger now. Oh, crying holy unto the Lord, crying holy unto the Lord. If I could, I surely would stand on that rock where Moses stood. Crying holy unto the Lord, crying holy unto the Lord. If I could, I surely would stand on that rock where Moses stood. Oh, if I could, I surely would stand on that rock where Moses stood.
Bernie, let them know we're going to do one more song, will you? Do you an Alan Jackson song? Met her in the fall of '93 in the hills of Tennessee. She was barely 17. He was tall, strong, and lean. They were deep in love by June. Hand in hand beneath that moon, where they sing a little Blue Ridge Bound song. He just hummed along. They danced all night till dawn on the hillside all alone. They were young and they were free, like a mountain melody, in love as they could be, singing that Blue Ridge song. Married in her mama's wedding gown, bought the house and settled down. He worked driving all around, hauling logs from town to town. Then he'd come home every night. She'd be waiting in the front porch light, where they'd sing a little Blue Ridge Bound song. He just hummed along. They danced all night till dawn on the front porch all alone. They were young and they were free, like a mountain melody, in love as they could be, singing that Blue Ridge song. They couldn't tell him what was wrong, they just didn't know. And it wasn't very long till Jesus called her home. Then he got down on his knees, said, God, don't take my love from me. Just let her sing a little Blue Ridge Bound song, like she has all along. They dance all night till dawn on the hillside all alone. We'll spend eternity like a mountain melody, in love as they could be, singing that Blue Ridge song. Now he lives there all alone in the house that they call home. In his heart there lies a void from the absence of her boys. And he lays down every night, dreams about that front porch line where they sing a little Blue Ridge Mountain song. He just hums along. They dance all night till dawn on the hillside on the lawn. They were young and they were free like a mountain melody, and loved as they could be, singing that Blue Ridge song. Sing a little Blue Ridge Mountain song. Sing a little Blue Ridge Mountain song. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dorky, 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 doo.
See the room on the hill where the smoke is hanging still, like the echo of the day that's been forgotten. It's the story of a home crushed beneath that blackened stone, and the roof that fell before the beams rotten. Cecil Darby loved his wife, and he labored all his life to provide with material possessions. So he built her a home in the finest wood and stone, but the building soon became his own possession. Though it took 300 days for timber to be raised, and the silhouette was seen about around, and the gable reached as high as the eagle in the sky, but it only took one night to bring it down, when Darby's castle tumbled to the ground. Though we shared a common bed, there was precious little said in the moments that we set aside to sleep. Though his busy dreams were filled with the room yet to be built, he never heard young Helen Darby weep. And one night he heard a sound as he laid his pencil down. He paced to her door and turned her hand. In the twilight of the moon, through the window of the room, with the shadows where the barn know, we've been very blessed to get some of the best and bluegrass has to offer here in the little town of Mount Sterling. Well, tonight is no exception. So if you all would, help me with the great beat. Mount Sterling, welcome and thank you for Mr. Tim Graves and the Farmhands.
From the Blue Ridge Mountains, far from my home, back in the hills, I'm going back to the Blue Ridge Mountains. Those memories, they hold me still. The bluebirds singing, and the Blue Ridge Mountains, calling me back to my home. Oh, I can hear, bluebirds calling me back to my home. Back to the Blue Ridge Mountains, those memories, they love me still. The bluebirds singing in the Blue Ridge Mountains, calling me back to my home. Oh, I can hear bluebirds calling me back to my home. My home, I was oh so lonely. The one I loved had gone away. Sad, sad news came from her mother. She's sleeping there beneath the clay. The bluebirds singing in the Blue Ridge Mountains, calling me back to my home. Oh, I can hear bluebirds calling me back to my home. Well, hello, y'all. How's everybody doing? It is a pleasure and honor for us to get to be here tonight. This is our first time to play this venue in Mount Sterling. I think I've been here in a church before, though, because I was telling them I have been everywhere in the last 11 years. We've been doing about 150 dates a year, and I know I have been through here because I recognize this town. I love little towns. I come from a little town myself. Town we had lived in had 600 people in it, and so it was. When I come to these little towns, I always enjoy it. We're going to do you a song right now. We are the Farmhands from Nashville, but I got a new band up here. Well, it's sort of new, but I'm going to tell you all about them as we go along, and I hope they do something that makes you smile tonight, and maybe hope they do something to give you a blessing. I'll put it that way. But we're going to do you a song right now that my friend Larry Sparks called me up one time, and he said, "Hey, man." I said, "What are you doing, Larry?" He said, "I've got a song you need to do." And I said, "All right." So he said, "Do this song." He said, "I think it'll be good for you." And I've been doing this since the early 90s. It's a wonderful number. Hope you enjoy. The Natural Thing to Do. Y'all ready, boys? Go on and tell me you don't love me anymore. Go on and hurt me like you've hurt me before. I'll find a reason. Look away when you're untrue. Because I love you. It's the natural thing to do. No matter how you treat me, I'll stand the test. Until you see this love of mine will stand out from all the rest. I'll be there to mend the pieces when he breaks your heart in two. because I love you. It's the natural thing to do. We could only just relive on yesterday, when love was blooming like the flowers bloom in May. Well, I'm just wishing for things that can't come true, because I love you. It's the natural thing to do. No matter how you treat me, I'll stand the test until you see this love of mine will stand out from all the rest. I'll be there to mend the pieces when he breaks your heart in two, because I love you. It's the natural thing to do, because I love you. It's a natural thing to do. Natural thing to do. All right. I'm so proud of these guys up here with me. This band's been running since 2011. And it was always the same members until COVID come around. And there was a good thing that come out of COVID, I promise you. This group. The other guys had to quit and go to get them a job, and that was fine. I was ready for them to quit. So, you know, sometimes change is good, and that's a fact. When I got a call from Don Wayne over here, and Don Wayne is the youngest son of Don Reno, legendary first generation banjo player. This is my favorite banjo player right here. I love his work. He's a wonderful guy. He's a good singer too. He does a really good job on everything he does. We're going to have him come around and sing or pick or whatever he wants to do. If you will, make him welcome, Mr. Don Wayne Reno.
Howdy, lordy. Thank y'all. Appreciate it. We just recorded a new album here a few months back, and we did this number on there. I'll get Terry to come around and help me out with this number a little bit. It's one of my dad's old numbers called Another Day. Tune me up, Pete.
This empty
Mighty fine. Tell you what, guys, let's do y'all like gospel music? We love gospel music. I'll tell you a little story to go along with this song. It's interesting. It's interesting to me how the Lord always works. He's always in charge, and He works in our lives daily. Every moment, put it that way. Back when I was young, I was a reckless little guy. And it all had to do with cars. I love cars. I am a car nut. The faster the car runs, the better I like it. Better I liked it, I'll put it that way. I don't do that no more. But when I was 17 years old, Dad had the biggest car lot in our town. And I told him, he said, now Tim, you can have any car that I get on the lot as long as you work and pay for it. I said, all right. So this is back in 1977, 76, 77. And he said, you can have any car I get as long as you work and pay for it. And I appreciated that because it made me understand that I had to work to get the stuff that I wanted. He wasn't just going to hand it to me. And I appreciate that. I do, because if he'd have handed it to me, I wouldn't be able to do what I do now. So he got in a 1972 Monte Carlo Super Sport. Now this car was hopped up. It was beautiful. I mean, it was maroon. It had a white Landau top, and it had the biggest motor that you could put in a Monte Carlo at the time. It had a 454 cubic inch, and it had a positive traction rear end, and it had a turbo 400 transmission. This car would leave Earth, and it did. So I said, Dad, I want to buy it. He said, okay, now you got to be careful. He said, because if you don't, you'll get hurt. I said, okay. So the being careful part lasted about 2 weeks, because the day I got it, I took it through the corner. I wanted to find how fast it would go through, and it would get through the corner. So I decided I'd had it about a month maybe, and I decided I wanted to find out how fast this car would run. So I get it out on this big old straight, and I've been driving about a year, and I get it on this straight, and I put it to it, and I got it up to 130 miles an hour. And I got to thinking, I ain't been driving for about a year. I might ought to slow down to a safe speed. Safe speed to me was 100 miles an hour. That was my safe speed, And so when I got down to 100 miles an hour, I lost control of this car, and I wrecked it. If anybody's ever wrecked a car at 100 miles an hour, man, that's something. So this car got to hitting stuff and spinning and hitting stuff, and I didn't know what I was hitting because it was all happening so fast. But when I got stopped, I'm sitting here holding on to my steering wheel, and I'm thinking, I looked to my left, I thought, this ain't going to be too bad. But I sort of glanced to my side, and I was right up beside a mud wall, right beside my car. It had been cut in half. So I get out of the car, and I'm standing there looking at it, and I didn't have a scratch on me. My hair wasn't even messed up. It was the weirdest thing. It was like the Lord took me out of that car, destroyed it, and put me back in the driver's seat. Well, I'm standing there in the middle of the road looking at it. I didn't know that car had become completely disassembled. And I didn't know a car had that many parts in it. I'm telling you, it was scattered everywhere. So my friend pulls up, he says, man, what happened? I said, well, I wrecked my car. He said, what do you want me to do? I said, call Gene Phillips. Gene Phillips was a guy in our town that had the wrecker. So he come over there, and he come up with the wrecker. He said, man, I can't get this car with this wrecker. I said, well, what are you going to do? He said, I'll be back. So he went and got a flatbed. Come up there with a scooper, and he scooped this car up and put it on this flatbed and hauled it to the junkyard. That's how bad it was tore up. The next week, my friend that I went to school with was going to school to get his mother a gallon of milk. He had to drive a mile away, maybe a mile and a half. He had a fender bender and was tragically killed. Could not believe it. They drove his car home that night. All they had to do was pull the fender off the wheel, and they drove it home. That's how much damage his car had. Mine completely disintegrated, and his was just a bend. So I couldn't understand that, and I still don't understand that. The Lord always, he has reasons for doing the stuff he did. He does. And evidently he had a different plan for me than he did my friend. And I hope I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I think I am. I wouldn't be enjoying it as much if I didn't, I think. So, but anyway, I get up every morning, and I will never forget that wreck, because it was traumatic and it was tremendous. I'll never forget it. It was.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I will never forget that wreck, and every morning I wake up, and I woke up 62 years now. So I wake up and I always say, why me, Lord? to deserve even one of the pleasures I've known. Tell me, Lord, what did I ever do that was worth loving you, or the kindness you showed? Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I needed you, so help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands. Try me if you think there's a way I could ever repay all I've taken from you. Maybe, Lord, I can show someone else what I've been through myself on my way back to you. Lord, help me, Jesus, I've wasted it, so help me, Jesus, I know what I am. Now that I know that I needed you, so help me, Jesus, my soul's in your hands. Jesus, my soul's in your hands. Thank you so much. I want to tell you about our bass player. This is one of my oldest friends in Nashville. He really is, because I met him in 1984 when I went to the Grand Ole Opry. He was the first guy I met, and he was outside of room 2, and me and him got to talking, and we become just great friends. And we was able to get a duplex together. He was on one side and I was on the other, and at night we'd get together and we'd drink milkshakes and watch Andy Griffith. That was that's all we did. It was a wonderful night. It was fun. I've always loved his work. He's one of the best singers, one of the best bass players you're going to find. He worked for Bob and Sonny Osborne for about 12 years. He worked for Larry Cordell. He was with the Grascals for the last 15 years, being the lead singer. We are so honored to have him doing a lot of the part singing and lead singing and bass playing for us. He's a wonderful musician. Make him welcome, Mr. Terry Eldridge.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, folks. So glad to be here in Mount Sterling, Ohio, right? Not Virginia or Kentucky, but Ohio. But no, so glad to be here. Thank you, and glad you folks come out to see us. Glad to be up here with these boys picking. They're absolutely very best in the world to get to pick with on stage with, and glad that they let me do it with them. We're going to do an old Flat and Scruggs song, as opposed to a new Flat and Scruggs song. But this is a song that they cut back in the early 50s, and believe it or not, Lester and Earl actually had a song that was banned from the radio for about 6 months. I mean, you think about all the crap that they play on the radio nowadays and things they can say on it and everything and all that, but they actually had a song that was banned, and then finally let it out. And I think for the time period you listen to the words, you'll probably figure out why they banned it and that. But anyway, it just tells the truth, and it, as Ernest Tubb would say, this is about a gal I once knew. fish in the sea. But it ain't what it used to be, and I got news for you. Now after this, when you step out, well, I'm gonna step into. Yes, I will step into, my honey, I will step into. I'll lock the door and put out the cat, and I will step into. Bends with your hair messed up in your clothes, don't fit you right. Don't start to yell if you find lipstick on me too, for you know that I have been stepping just like you. Yes, I will step into, my honey, I will step into. I'll lock the door and put out the cat, and I will step into. I'll lock the door and put out the cat, and I'll step into. Truth if I ever told you.
Let's do a little of the bluegrass DNA. Okay. Back about 6 months ago, we cut a new album, and I got a few of those women. We've been on the road for a few days, so we're getting low, but I've got a few with us, and you need to come and take these home with you tonight. You got to pay for them, but I said that to a crowd one time. I said, you got to come over and take this stuff home with you, and they did. They took my CD, and I didn't get a penny out of them. It's crazy. But anyway, we cut a new CD, and I was riding around with my girlfriend one night, and I got to telling her about the history of bluegrass music. I love the history of bluegrass music, and my uncle was a big part of the history of bluegrass music. Uncle Josh, who played with Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs and the Foggy Mountain Boys, was my uncle, and he was a book on history. He loved the history of it too, so he put a lot of information into me. But I got to tell my girlfriend how I was tied into it, and how Don Wayne was tied into the first generation of bluegrass pioneers. Me and Don Wayne have a direct bloodline to him. And Cherry has an adopted bloodline because he used to work with a lot of the first generation of bluegrass people. But anyway, we was riding around. She said, you need to cut a song and call it Bluegrass DNA. And it was like a light bulb come on. I thought, you know what? That's the truth. So my brother, he writes a lot of songs for us. So I called him up. I said, hey, brother, I need a song. He said, what about? I said, well, it's got to be talking about Don Reno. It's got to talk about Uncle Josh and how that me and Don Wayne has a direct line to the first generation. He said, okay, how long do I have to write it? I said, 24 hours. He said, no pressure, Ray. I said, well, I got to record tomorrow. I said, I need the song. He said, all right. So he sat down and wrote this song. And it's went #1 for us already on several charts. And we're going to try to do this for you right now. It's a wonderful song, and just listen to the words and you'll see how it lines up to what I'm talking about. Wonderful number called Bluegrass DNA. Singing flat, that's Lester Flatt and Scruggs, like Uncle Josh did back in his day. Thank God he showed this kid to play it like he did. I've got bluegrass DNA. No, we can't help it. The music's in our blood. You can hear it in the picking when we play. We make sure the song forever live on. We got bluegrass DNA. We got bluegrass DNA.
still using my Bible for a road map. My last stop is heaven some sweet day. Thank God you taught this kid to sing it like you did. I got bluegrass DNA. No, we can't help it. The music's in our blood.
Hear it in the band when we play.
We make sure the song forever live on. We got bluegrass DNA. We got bluegrass DNA. No, we can't help it. The music's in our blood.
You can hear it in the picking when we play.
We make sure the song forever live on. We got bluegrass DNA. We got bluegrass DNA. We got bluegrass DNA.
Bluegrass DNA. All right. Well, I'll tell you about our guitar player. He holds two titles in our group. He's the youngest member and the senior member. Pretty hard to do. No, he's been with us longer than anybody in our group except me. I hired him right after COVID, and he stuck around. And I'm so glad that he did. He's doing a good job. He plays a good guitar, and he sings good, and he's beginning to drive a bus real well. So that's good. We're going to have him coming around now from Nashville, Tennessee. Make him welcome, Mr. Jimmy Haynes.
How y'all doing this evening? It is great to be back in Ohio. I don't know if those of you don't know, I actually was born and raised 2 hours north of here, of Columbus. And now I make my home in Nashville and playing with these guys and having a great time. And it's great to be back up here playing for you guys, for you folks. We have a tune here that when we decided to do the Bluegrass DNA album, I had some songs that I got from Pete Goebel, one of the finest songwriters in bluegrass, and I've been storing them. Used to be, and I've been storing them for a long time. But when this album idea came up, I finally found a home for this one song, especially that I wanted to do, and I'm tickled to death to record it with these guys. And if I get stuck, the title of this tune is Apple Trees. And you'll find that on the record. If I get singing about Applebee's, you know I'm hungry. Yeah. Apple trees, honeybees, country lanes and sunshine, gravel roads that wind up through the hills, hillside farms or red barns, dogwood trees and blossoms, makes me think of home and all things will. But I'll be yours for the time that I'll be with you. But don't look for me, stay around too long. I'll do the best I can, I'll try to be your friend. And when the urge for Georgia gets too strong, you'll turn and look for me and I'll be gone. Summer rains, moving trains, bullfrogs in the springtime, the calling of the distant whippoorwill. Kids that play, new cut hay, shirts hung on a clothesline, makes me think of home and always will. But I'll be yours for the time and I'll be with you. But don't look for me to stay around too long. I'll do the best I can, I'll try to be your friend. And when the urge for Georgia gets too strong, you'll turn and look for me and I'll be gone. You can dream all your dreams, dreams will never hold me. Tell the truth, I'm just a traveling kind. And I won't stay one more day if Georgia starts to call me. Georgia might just call me anytime. And I'll be yours for the time and I'll be with you. But don't look for me to stay around too long. I'll do the best I can, I'll try to be your friend. And when the urge for Georgia gets too strong, you'll turn and look for me and I'll be gone. Thank you so much.
Okay. Yeah. We was over in North Carolina last night doing a show down in Marion, North Carolina, and a lady asked for me to do a song that I hadn't done, I bet you, in 15 years. And it made me realize how good a song it was for the dobro. So we'll try to do it for you. One of a little number that I used to hear Brother Oswald play this down at the Grand Ole Opry. He done a good job on it. And then Uncle Josh cut it, and it was just all over then. So I'm going to do it for you now, called the Dobro Chimes. Y'all ready, boys? appreciate it. Do you a song that, have y'all ever heard the saying, you can't go home anymore? You ever heard that saying? It's a pretty common saying. I didn't really pay a lot of attention to that thing, but I got to thinking about that saying, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to try to go back to where I used to live. And when I was growing up, I had some of the growing up to me was the most fun I'd ever had. I wish I could do it again. I mean, I had some of the most wonderful memories, and it was just always a lot of fun. So when I was growing up, I thought we had the biggest house in Tellico Plains, Tennessee. I would have bet anything I had that we had this gigantic house. So I told you I was a car guy. So back about 6 or 7 years ago, I had bought a 1966 Bonneville Pontiac, and I restored it back to showroom condition. I mean, it was this car was beautiful. And that's what I had when I lived in Tellico Plains, Tennessee. So when I was up there, when I was a kid, I'd drive that Pontiac around, and I'd go to football games, and I'd go to church, and I'd play basketball, and I'd, me and my girlfriend, we'd take it to the movies and stuff like that. But it was just a wonderful, wonderful time. So I thought, I'm going to drive this other Pontiac that I've got up here, and I'm going to take the same route that I did when I was growing up and relive all those good memories again. Well, I drove it up there, and I went in that same route, and it just wasn't as much fun. I guess it's because I was paying that gas bill. I don't know, but it was weird, It's like, wow. So I thought, well, I'm going to go see the house that I grew up in, because I was expecting to find a big old house. Well, I went up to where it was at, and it was just a foundation, but it was a small place. Couldn't believe it. I don't know if it shrunk or I got bigger. But I got out of the car, and I walked up on the porch. And when I walked up on the porch, every memory I had growing up come flooding back. It was the most amazing thing. I could stand on that porch, and I could see my mom and dad, and they've been gone for years. Dad died in 1984. Mom's been gone 13 years. But I could see them just as plain as I'm sitting here looking at you right now. And I stood there, and I could see my brothers and sisters, but I seen them as children, not as the adults that they are now. I could see my old hound dog. We had a hound dog that was always on the front porch, and I had a cat that weighed 28 pounds. He was laying around when I got there just like he did when I lived there, and it was the weirdest thing. And while I was standing there, I guess the Lord got to talking to me, because I realized right then that I don't need to find the home that I used to live in. All I got to do is find my heavenly home. That's all that matters. All the stuff we have today don't mean nothing. When Rockefeller passed away, the guy said, "How much did he leave?" They said, "Everything." He couldn't take, the song that Larry Sparks have out, "The last suit you wear don't need no pockets." The best line I've ever heard in a song. And I got to thinking, all this stuff don't matter. It just don't matter. It's good to have, I guess, while you're down here or while we're here, but you can't take a thing with you, So we come up with a song, and it got us a lot of radio play, and I hope y'all enjoy this. It's called "I Can't Go Home Anymore." I ain't never gonna go home that way. A little wood frame house on a quiet street, centerpiece of all my childhood memories. I drive that way every now and then to remember where I came from and who I've been. I turn down that old familiar blacktop. Well, I slow down, but I don't stop. The little house where I was raised surely seen its better days. Somehow looks much smaller than before. Daddy's gone and Mama too is lived in by somebody new. Strangers locked behind that old screen door. Well, I still go back, but I can't go home anymore. I wish I'd known way back then just how fast time gets here and it's gone again. One day I'm there with my folks inside. Next I'm just a stranger slowly driving by. You may just see shingles, windows, walls, and doors, but to me, it's so much more. The little house where I was raised surely seen its better days. Somehow looks much smaller than before. Daddy's gone and Mama too is lived by somebody new. Strangers locked behind that old screen door. Well, I still go back, but I can't go home anymore. Backyard where we tossed the ball till Mama said supper's ready, y'all. We held hands while Daddy thanked the Lord. The bedroom where I dared to dream of places I had never seen. A great big world that called me to explore. Then brought me back full circle to this door. Well, I still go back, but I can't go home anymore. Yes, I still go back, but I can't go home anymore. All right. Thank y'all. We're going to do you one more number, and we're going to take just a short break, and we're going to be over here to sell you all some CDs. If you all want to buy some. If you don't, that's okay. We're all right. But we're going to, and then we'll come back and do you another set of some different stuff. So y'all don't go home. Just hang loose. We'll come back and do you another set. But let's see here. I'll tell you what. Hey, Jimmy, come around here and do that song. I was riding around in my truck the other day, and this song came on. And it was a song that I'd heard this song before, and I knew that Doc Watson had done it. And then I knew that Tony Rice had done it. But I thought, you know what, that would be a wonderful song for Jimmy to sing and everything. So I called him up. I said, you need to start doing this song. He said, I'll get it done. And so this is the second time we've done it. Is that right? Yeah. It'll be the second time we've done this song. But we're going to have him coming around. And we'll end this set on this song, and then we'll come back here just shortly and do you another one. And if you all will, one more time, make Jimmy Haynes welcome.
Well, thank you very much. When he texted me, I thought, man, I love that tune. I ain't done that in a long time. Now I get to play it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, me, oh, my, what's gonna become of me? Been downtown, fooling around, no one to cry for me. Well, late last night, when he came home, I heard him rapping at the door, slipping and sliding with his new shoes on. Willie, don't you rap no more. Oh, me, oh, my, what's gonna become of me? Been downtown, fooling around, no one to cry for me. I like the hills of West Virginia, I like the hills of Tennessee. North, south, east, or west, it's home sweet home to me. Oh, me, oh, my, what's gonna become of me? Been downtown, fooling around, no one to cry for me. Last one old shirt is all that I have, and $1 is all that I crave. Ain't brought nothing with me into this old world, ain't gonna take nothing to the grave. Oh,
Thank you.
Thank y'all. Come on, Kurt.
It certainly is good to see so many faces I haven't seen for such a while. Do me a favor, folks. Next time that Tim comes back, I think we actually got him scheduled for next spring. Be sure and tell somebody, bring along a friend with you. I hate it when I have a guest like the caliber of these fellows here and this place ain't full. So help me make that happen if you would. You ready, Mr. Brady? I don't know, we'll do a couple tunes while everybody's shaking and howling. Good to see you back there. We grew up living close to each other, went to school and played side by side. I long for the day I could ask her if she would be my bride. I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today. But she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Her daddy died when she was very young. She never knew the love of a man. I tried so hard to show her that I loved her and tried to make her mother understand. Now I picked some wild mountain flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today. Well, she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. picked some wild flowers for Mary and told her I loved her today. Well, she said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. She said we never could marry, that her mother would stand in the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Randy, what would you like to do? Fine folks.
Well, we can either do
Gettysburg.
Gettysburg,
Gettysburg or Gettysburg. Sound like we're going to Gettysburg.
when the Mountain Dew starts falling. The gray smoke from the battle rising up over the hill. The fire, the dead, and the dying are in my memories ever still. Oh, can't you hear that angel band singing, "Come on, soldier, to the promised land." Well, Longstreet, he stole away and cried when we gave him the orders to attack. In his mind's eyes he could see that most of his boys will not be back. Oh, can't you hear that angel band singing, "Come on, soldier, to the promised land." Willie Johnson and me, rebel soldiers both in Tennessee. Willie's lying by my side, spoke these words to me, then he died. Oh, can't you hear that angel band singing, "Come on, soldier, to the promised land." Oh, can't you hear that angel band singing, "Come on, soldier, to the promised land."
Brady, what would you like to do? Huh? What would you like to do?
What would I like to do?
E flat?
Yes, sir. Soon as I get out of C.
Leaving town tomorrow.
That's the one I want to do.
you think, Lee? Ed? Gonna do me one?
While we're in B,
While we're in B,
B flat. While we're in B. While we're in B, so that means I gotta go up a notch.
Million Blue Teardrops. Yeah, speaking of old songs that some of these guys have been referring to, this was written by my Uncle Alec Anderson back in, I don't know, probably somewhere between 50 and 55, 1950, 55. Because I remember him singing it before I was even in elementary school. So here we go.
wow.
A Million Blue Teardrops. Well, you know, they only taught,
Elementary schools back then?
well, they only taught two things, herbivore dinosaurs and carnivore dinosaurs. And you had to know which one to run from. It was a pass or fail course. Yeah. Have you ever heard the rain beating on the window pane? That's the sound I seem to hear tonight. But it's not the rain I hear, it's my own blue teardrops, dear. It's raining a million blue teardrops tonight. I wish I was a fleecy cloud sailing round along. If I didn't like the rain, I'd simply turn it on. I haven't got the power, no, I haven't got the might. It's raining a million blue teardrops tonight. A wedding ring ago, you vowed to love me so, but it seems that things just can't go right. Since your heart has turned to stone, mine is broken and alone, and it's raining a million blue teardrops tonight. My future doesn't seem to be as happy as my past. All I have are memories of the love that did last. I hope that all your plans with your new love will turn out bright. But it's raining a million blue teardrops tonight. Yes, it's raining a million blue teardrops tonight.
Q&A, boys. Dave's going to do y'all gospel song. We had the great pleasure going out to Mill Run, a nursing home rehabilitation facility. Tell you, those folks really enjoyed it, and I guarantee you that I enjoyed it more than they did. It was a great time.
That was fun.
It
Yeah,
was fun.
that was a good
It
time.
was a great time. I hope that if I ever have to spend any time in a place like that, someone will come out and sing a song for me. All right, David.
There's a place dear to me where I'm longing to be with my friends at the old country church. There with Mother we went in our Sundays to spend with our friends at the old country church. Precious years of memories day all the people would pray like they did in that old country church. If they'd only confess, surely Jesus would bless like he did in that old country church. Precious years of memory, oh what joy it brings to me. How I long once more to be with my friends at the old country church. Oh, precious years of memory. Oh, what joy it brings to me. How I long once more to be with my friends at the old country church. With my friends at the old country church.
Good spot, Henry Grace. Can't you hear the ripple of my big back hand? Horns busting my side. I done all I can do to keep that bills each never satisfied. Hey, hey, tell me, and why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, tell me, will I be even someday? I'm the best hammer swinger in this big section game. Big Bill Jenkins is my name. It's black hammer that I swing $4 half a day. It's on my Delaware. Hey, hey, Delaware, now why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, Delaware, will I get even someday? Well, I've been lots of places and there's not much I ain't done. There's a lot of things I like to see. Like this hammer that I swing for the woman that I love. This one wouldn't be the death of me. Hey, hey, tell me, and why do you treat me this way? Hey, hey, tell me, will I believe in someday? Big back hand, big back hand. Thank you. We'll do a couple more and we'll get 10 minutes. Randy, what'd you like to do?
I done beat it out of tune, Ed.
You don't know? I don't know. I like it. I don't know.
All right.
You told me that you always would love me, and that you always be standing by my side. But I don't know if I can ever stop this feeling that I'm feeling once again deep inside. I don't know if I will ever say I love you, and I don't know if I will ever say I do. For the love I lost before you hurt so badly, I don't think my heart could stand to lose you too. I should know not to fall in love with danger after being broken hearted the first time. But I don't know if I can ever stop this feeling that I'm feeling once again deep inside. I don't know if I will ever say I love you, and I don't know if I will ever say I do. For the love I lost before you hurt so badly, I don't think my heart could stand to lose you too. You're the only one who ever cared about me, enough to hold me through my dark and troubled time. So I'm scared at the thought that I could lose you, the one and only thing I've lived for in this life. I don't know if I will ever say I love you, and I don't know if I will ever say I do. For the love I lost before you hurt so badly, I don't think my heart could stand to lose you too. I don't think my heart could stand to lose you too.
We're gonna do one more for you. Do one more, really, 10 minutes. Anything you'd like to do, Mr. Brady?
I don't know, let's leave them about upbeat maybe.
Anything you like to hear? Anybody?
Something you haven't heard in a while, that we, close the room.
No, I want something upbeat. I'm about ready to go to sleep. Darby's Castle.
Well, that's upbeat enough, we'll do that one.
See the ruin on the hill and smoke the day that's been forgotten. It's the story of a home crushed beneath that black stone, and the roof that fell for the mean to rot. See, so Darby loved his wife, and he labored all his life to provide her with material possessions. So he built for her a home and a finest wood and stone, but the building soon became his old obsession. Though it took 300 days for timbers to be raised, and the silhouette was seen a mile around, and the gable reached as high as the eagle in the sky, but it only took one night to bring it down, when Darby's castle tumbled to the ground. Though they shared a common bed, there was precious little said in the moments Sam was set aside to sleep. The boy's busy dreams were filled with the room yet to be built. He never heard young Helen Darby weep. One night he heard a sound and he laid his pencil down. He traced it to her door and turned her hand. And in the pale light of the moon, through the window of the room, looked the shadows where the body lay down. Though it took 300 days for timbers to be raised, and the silhouette was seen a mile around, and the gable reached as high as the eagle in the sky, but it only took one night to bring it down, when Darby's castle tumbled to the ground. Though it took 300 days for timbers to be raised, and the silhouette was seen a mile around, and the gable reached as high as the eagle in the sky, but it only took one night to bring it down, when Darby's castle tumbled to the ground.
I have on this thing for about 10 years. Yeah.
Got something? Okay. We'll get to that one. I promise you. You have my guarantee. Mountain Doctor. Let's do that one. Yeah, we had a request for that.
I thought I had heart trouble, or maybe something worse. Feeling like my next ride might just be in a hearse. Don't think it could have lasted more than a day or two. Then I went to Virginia to a specialist I knew. Go see the mountain doctor, Ralph Stanley is his name. His clenched mountain music will take away your pain. His nurse is pretty Polly, his tonic Mountain Dew. Go see the mountain doctor anytime you've got the blues.
thing that cardiologists can do. So if you're feeling homesick, heartbroken, destitute, go see the mountain doctor, he's sure to pull you through. Go see the mountain doctor, outstanding is his name. His Clinch Mountain.
How about in the springtime, they all come back to see us again? Don't bring some money with you. One more big thank you. Kim Gray.
We're gonna do a few more songs here, and we gotta head on. We're gonna be at a church tomorrow night. So if down in Eden, it's about 50 miles or 75 miles from here, something like that. So we're gonna be going that way. But anyway, we appreciate y'all coming out tonight, and we'll be here again next year, April the 27th, I think it is. So y'all come back out and tell your friends and bring them with you. Y'all see that? Did y'all see that 40-foot bus sitting out here? Yeah. We come up with a song because of it. Whenever I started driving that bus, we went around. We always go by GPS. I wish we'd have GAS. Go ask somebody, because that thing. I've got my GPS set to the fastest route, but for some reason or other, it wants to put me on every back road and dirt road it can find. And I get up there and I'd rant and rave, and it's like, why am I on a dirt road in a 40-foot bus? And I got to realizing that maybe the Lord wanted us to slow down a little bit and look at the beautiful stuff that He had created instead of going down the interstate at 75 miles an hour. So with all that ranting and raving I was doing, we come up with a song. I hope you enjoy this. It's a wonderful number called The Rural Route. Y'all ready, boys? Yeah. Sometimes I get to running in a great big circle. Life seems a little overwhelmed, too much to take. There's a place that I go, the sun is shining, I know everything's gonna be okay. I'll take the rural route, turn right, head on south, till I feel that southern breeze, smell chicken and sweet tea, bare feet in the Georgia clay, feel your troubles ease away. When I need to make a turnabout, just take the rural route. Country people, sure glad to see you, sitting out on your front porch while the crickets sing. Sunday go to meeting, preaching and singing, giving thanks to the good Lord for everything. Just take the rural route, turn right, head on south, till I feel that southern breeze, smell chicken and sweet tea, bare feet in the Georgia clay, feel your troubles ease away. When I need to make a turnabout, just take the rural route. And creek banks and tractors and churches and barns. No other place in the world can compare to her charm. Just take the rural route, turn right, head on south, till I feel that southern breeze, smell chicken and sweet tea, bare feet in the Georgia clay, I feel your troubles ease away. When I need to make a turnabout, just take the rural route. When I need to make a turnabout, just take the rural route. The rural route. And that was all because of that old bus sitting out there, so. I'll tell you what, guys, let's do one we've never done. You want to? Yeah. I was driving. I do a lot of driving, a lot. And this song popped on my radio, on my computer, on my phone. I go through Pandora. And it popped on, and I thought, man, that would be a great song for us to do. And we done some research on it. Found out that Harlan Howard wrote this song for George Jones. And George cut it. And Terry said, have you heard his cut? I said, no. He said, you need to listen to it. So I was coming up the road last night, And I listened to this song probably 10 times because Jones, man, he had a cut, dude. He had a really good cut on it, man. So we're going to try to do it. This is the first time. I feel like y'all are my friends. So we're gonna do this song. This is the first time we've ever done it. And so, it's in B. Okay. Yeah. B, okay. And the banjo's going to kick. And then me and you split the break. All right. We're going to try this. It's a wonderful number called "Life Turned Her That Way." If she seems cold and bitter, then I beg of you, don't stop and consider all she's gone through. Don't be quick to condemn her for things she might say. Just remember, life turned her that way. She's been walked on and stepped on so many times, and I hate to admit it, but the last footprint's mine. She was crying when I met her. She cries harder today, so don't blame her. Life turned her that way. She's been stepped on and walked on so many times, and I hate to admit it, but the last footprint's mine. She was crying when I met her. She cries harder today, so don't blame her. Life turned her that way. So don't blame her. Life turned her that way. Y'all heard it first. You know, it's the weirdest thing. You can work a song and work a song and work a song, and it just, you don't know what it's going to do till you get right here. You just don't know. I mean, you can do it 1,000 times and say, man, I got it. You get in front of a microphone and it all goes right out the window. So
I wish we had done it one more time.
Yeah. But that's all right. Next time we do it, it'll be a little bit better. So anyway. I'll tell you what, I'm going to have our banjo player come around. We have a request for him to play one.
Okay.
And he is the best I've seen on the banjo. I love his playing. He's ferocious. I'll put him that way. The youngest son of Don Wayne Reno. Make him welcome Mr. Don Wayne Reno.
That's all right. Yeah, we're just gonna pick a little bit of banjo signal for whoever it was that asked for it. I don't know who it was, but it's
Somebody,
for you.
he was whoever he's at.
We're gonna try it anyway.
Wayne Reno, Banjo Signal. So, yeah, you might as well, might ought to. You know, back when Flat and Scruggs was running, man, they were the best. I mean, really, they were fabulous. And they done a song that Terry's going to come around here and sing. And Uncle Josh did a break on the dobro that was a classic break. And every dobro player that I know of that tries to play Uncle Josh's style wants to do this break, but very few of them can because it was really difficult, really. But we're going to have Terry come around and sing his song for you. He'll tell you a little bit about it, and I'll try to do the break that Uncle Josh did. All right?
This mic on?
Which CD do you recommend? All of them.
DNA.
I think you folks will recognize this song. It's been done by pretty much about every bluegrass group that's ever come around. But nobody did it as good as Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs. I stand on the corner of an old damn blue, great big hole above my shoe. Honey, let me be your solid dog. Let me be your solid dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your solid dog. Now look here, Sal, I know you worn down, stuck in a worn out shoe. Honey, let me be your solid dog. Oh, let me be your solid dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your solid dog. I was down in Wildwood, sitting on a log, finger on the trigger, and eye on a hog. Honey, let me be your solid dog. Oh, let me be your solid dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your solid dog. I pulled that trigger, gun sick, those shot fell over him, James Monroe. Honey, let me be your solid dog. Oh, let me be your solid dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your solid dog. Tell you what, man. There's two old maids sitting in the sand, each one wishing the other was a man. Honey, let me be your solid dog. Oh, let me be your solid dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your solid dog. Oh, let me be your solid dog, or I won't be your man at all. Honey, let me be your solid dog.
Terry Elders. Yeah, man. Woo.
Now back to the show.
We do a couple more gospel numbers, and then we'll do one more. We'll end up. We're going to have Jimmy come around and sing a gospel number here in a second. But before that, I was down at the Grand Ole Opry. I was there from 1984 till 2011, really consecutively. I even got a pension from the Grand Ole Opry. You know that? I didn't realize. Terry'd got one coming too, man. He's been there a long time. Terry'd been there about 40 years, something like that. 40? Yeah. And so I didn't even realize I was going to get a pension from the Grand Ole Opry, but I did. But anyway, when I was down there, I got to talking to Larry Gatlin, and I said, "Hey man, let me ask you a question." I'm one of them little guys. I ask Roy Acuff questions. I ask anybody that I see. If I got a question, I'll ask them. And I said, could I ask you a question? He said, sure. And Larry is not the most easy guy to talk to. But he said, sure, what do you need to know? I said, what did you think when you found out that Elvis Presley, the biggest entertainer of all people, cut one of your songs, Help Me? He said, man, let me tell you about that. He said, I wrote that song and I got it to him, and he said, I was sitting in my little one-bedroom apartment watching a little old black and white television on a broken down sofa. And he said, I got the call that Elvis had cut my song. He said, the very next day I had a brand new color television and a brand new leather sofa. I said, man, that's pretty cool. I said, did it work out? He said, I went and bought me a lot of color televisions and a lot of leather sofas. So it's a wonderful number. I hope you enjoy this. Today's world, I know I need it. I'm sure you all do. It's a wonderful number called Help Me. Lord, help me walk another mile, just one more mile. I'm tired of walking all alone. Lord, help me smile another smile, just one more smile. I know I just can't make it on my own. Never thought I needed help before. I thought that I could get by myself. Now I know I just can't take it anymore. With a humble heart on bended knees, I'm begging you, please help me. Come down from your golden throne, well, to me, to lonely me. I need to feel the touch of your tender hand. Oh, remove the chains of darkness. Let me see, Lord, let me see just where I fit into your master plan. Never thought I needed help before. I thought that I could get by myself. Now I know I just can't take it We're going to bring our guitar player around and let him sing you a gospel number. He does a wonderful job on this, and I think you'll like it. It's an older number, but it's a wonderful number. Make him welcome one more time, Mr. Jimmy Haynes.
Thank you, Tim. Like I said, it is a pleasure to be playing with these guys, I tell you. They are the most fun. And Tim don't get enough credit. He does all the work.
I'm not a bus with no brakes.
No breaks.
He does. We ride in the back.
They lay in the back and just hope.
We just go to sleep and just forget about it. But Tim treats us so well out here, and we love it, and we love being here with you guys, and we love doing this gospel music. I was sitting around with my grandfather years ago as a child, listening to old records, and he would say, son, you need to, here's some good stuff you need to listen to, learn, you know. And I would always say, Grandpa, nobody listens to that no more.
Yeah, I do. I'm 14, I still do.
You still do, don't you? I come to realize it's some of the best music ever, and this is one I took away from that experience. And any Roy Acuff fans in the house? Yeah. Oh, yeah. We won't do it exactly like him, but this is one of my grandfather's favorite songs, Last Road to Heaven. Life is like a mountain railway with an engineer supreme. You must make the run successful from the cradle to the grave. Watch the curves that fill the tunnel. Never falter, never fail. Keep your hand upon the throttle and your eyes upon the rail. Blessed Savior that will guide us till we reach that blissful shore where the angels wait to join us in God's grace forevermore. As you roll across the trestle, spanning Jordan's swelling tide, you'll behold the Union Depot, into which your train will glide. There you'll meet the superintendent, God the Father, God the Son, with the heart of joyous party, weary pilgrim, welcome home. Blessed Savior that will guide us till we reach that blissful shore where the angels wait to join us in God's grace forevermore. Thank you all.
Jimmy Haynes, mighty fine. We're going to talk about two more numbers, and we're going to head on out of here, but it's been a pleasure and an honor to get to work for you tonight. We hope we've done something you've enjoyed, but mostly we hope we've done something you got a blessing out of, and then we'll be back again on April the 27th. 27th. We'll be in Pennyroyal on the 26th, so we'll be here on the 27th. So gather up all your friends and tell them to get over here and hang out with us. We're going to have a big time. That's right. And I thank you for the sound. The sound is great. It sounds fun, wonderful up there. Thank you. It makes it so much fun when you can hear what you're doing, you know, and up here sounds great. I don't know what's going out there, but it sounds great up here. Y'all may say, man, y'all terrible. But anyway, we're going to have Terry coming back around. He'll tell you about this song. He's one of my favorite singers and bass players and part singers, and I just love his work. For Don Wayne Reno, Terry Eldridge, Jimmy Haynes. We are the Farm Hands. We're going to do just a couple more numbers. And we'll have Terry come around and tell you what he's going to sing.
All right. Thank you, Tim. I learned this song from Curly Seckler. So most of you folks know Curly played mandolin and sang high tenor for Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs, Foggy Mountain Boys. And he wrote this song, and I always loved it ever since I heard it. And I was very fortunate enough, before Curly passed away, I got to record it and sing it with him. And if you listen to the words, you'll find out it tells you the truth, folks.
Y'all ready?
Upon the rugged cross of Calvary was there my blessed Savior cried, forgive them for they know not what they do. Oh, sinner friend, for thee he died. His hand is gently knocking on your door. Outside he's pleading to come in. His heart is breaking as he waits for you to wash you free from every sin. My Savior's head, the blood was flowing down his face. In shame forsaken, there he hung and died. Oh, sinner friend, he took your place. His hand is gently knocking on your door. Outside he's pleading to come in. His heart is breaking as he waits for you to wash you free from every sin. We'll fly to heaven's golden shore. A crown of life he gives on that glad day. With him we'll live forevermore. His hand is gently knocking on your door. Outside he's pleading to come in. His heart is breaking as he waits for you to wash you free from every sin.
Terry Eldridge, mighty fine, Terry. It's been a pleasure for us to be here, and I need to ask one more question. Is there any veterans in the house? Thank you all so much. I love y'all for that. I mean, I come from a long line of veterans, and I think that if it wasn't for our veterans and our active military and God, we wouldn't be where we are today. We wouldn't be sitting here right now doing this stuff. Okay. But my father was a veteran of World War II in Korea. And I got a brother alive. He's still alive right now. He was in Vietnam on the front lines. He had a rough time over there. And I got a brother that was in the U.S. Navy. And I've got a nephew that's in the U.S. Air Force out in Arizona right now. And I've got a daughter that's serving in Fort Bragg right now in the U.S. Air Force. And my brother wrote this song. He wrote this right after 911 because everybody was talking about the first responders of 911, which they done a wonderful job. But nobody on the news or any of the media was talking about all of our troops that we had in Afghanistan and overseas and protecting our shores and everything. So my brother sat down and he said, you know what? He said, we need some more notoriety for our military. So he wrote this song, and it's been played all over the world. It's been played for our presidents, and it's a wonderful number. I hope you enjoy this. It's not much, it's just a little tune, but it's a great number called Colors. Y'all ready, boys? 1, 2, 3, 4. We sing about the red, white, and blue. Believe me, brother, I stand up with you to salute the colors that never run or fade and fight for freedoms our forefathers made. But in this crazy world, there's something that we missed. We need to add some colors to our patriotic list. What about that Army green? What about that Air Force blue? These colors stand up proud and tall, protecting me and you, the blue and gray Marines and the green berets, making sure our freedoms make it through the day. Remember the battleship gray, fake red, white, and blue when we pray. Lies in store. We've taken hits, we may take some more. There are those who would love to see us fall, but we'll send a message to them all. When they wake up one fine morning to the colors of the day, we'll add to their rainbow the American way. What about that Army green? What about that Air Force blue? These colors stand up proud and tall, protecting me and you, the blue and gray Marines and the green berets, making sure our freedoms make it through the day. Remember the battleship gray, fake red, white, and blue when we pray. Remember the battleship gray. God bless the USA. All right. Thank y'all so much. Appreciate you. We will see you again. Until we do, may God bless you as He has blessed us. Thank y'all. I don't know if I know that good enough. All right, let's do a little bit of Fireball.
Okay.
We'll do one that, no, I'll tell you what. Let's do Reuben's Train. Uncle Josh always ended his first set with this song. And since we didn't know the first set, we're going to end our last set with it. It's a wonderful number that Earl Scruggs come up with. And boy, it was a great banjo tune. Sorry, Don. But Uncle Josh took it and made it a wonderful dobro number. Hope you enjoy this called Reuben's Train. All right, boys? These ties, teardrops in my eyes, trying to read this letter from my home, from my home, from my home. I'm trying to read this letter from my home. Well, you wouldn't roll so slow if you know what I know. I'm 500 miles away from home, away from home, away from home. I'm 500 miles away from home. All right, Jimmy. I'm walking these ties, teardrops in my eyes, trying to read this letter from my home, from my home, from my home. I'm trying to read this letter from my home. All right, boys.
Gee, thank y'all for coming. Don't forget, the Price sisters will be with us Saturday. Come on up here, boys, gather around. All right. I'm getting there.
What do we think?
G chord, just give us a G chord, man. Just an acapella song. Just an acapella thing here. Acapella.
Yeah, you got the shirt for it, man.
My Bible tells me, my Lord has gone, for me to prepare, a mansion grand, and after a while, oh yes I know, I'll wear a white robe. In the glory land, and sing with the angel band, just inside the gate where loved ones await. I'll wear a white robe. In the glory land. I'm only a pilgrim here below, while journeying through the desert sand. And after a while, oh yes I know, I'll wear a white robe. In the glory land, and sing with the angel band, just inside the gate where loved ones await. I'll wear a white robe. In the glory